at least 235 people were killed when gunmen stormed a mosque during Friday prayers in the rugged Sinai Peninsula, setting off explosives and firing on worshippers in what was believed to be the deadliest single attack by Islamist extremists on Egyptian civilians. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the assault on the Rada Mosque in the town of Bir Abed, near the North Sinai provincial capital of Arish. The region has long been the scene of a simmering Islamist insurgency, and fighters loyal to Islamic State have mounted large-scale attacks there against the country's security forces. But attacks against Muslim places of worship are rare in Egypt, and the scale of the bloodshed sent shockwaves across the nation. The assault, which reportedly involved more than a dozen gunmen who arrived in off-road vehicles, targeted a mosque frequented by Sufi Muslims, followers of a mystical branch of Islam that Islamic State and other Sunni extremists deem to be heretical. There were conflicting accounts of how the attack unfolded. Some witnesses said a bomb was detonated at the mosque's main gate, prompting a panicked flight for the exits. Others did not report hearing an explosion but said at least 3 attackers broke into the mosque, locked the doors and started firing on those inside. As worshippers tried to flee, more gunmen were lying in wait. The mosque has 2 exits, and both were covered by the terrorists, who were parked in cars and started firing at everyone who tried to escape, said a local resident who wasn't inside the mosque during the attack but rushed there to help. Like others interviewed, he asked to be identified by only his first name, Tariq, for fear of retribution. "It was a horrible scene, there were bodies everywhere," said another witness, Mahmoud, who also arrived soon after the attack and spoke with survivors. "They first shot at those praying inside, then onto the ablution area and killed those in there as well. The assailants blocked access to the area by blowing up cars in the road and also fired on ambulances as they rushed to the scene," witnesses and news reports said. A video taken from inside the mosque showed the grim aftermath of the attack. Dozens of bodies were arrayed on the carpeted floor, their arms folded and their faces covered with sheets, many of them streaked with blood. In addition to the 235 people killed, at least 109 were injured, according to state-run media. Egypt's president, Abdel Fattah Sisi, declared 3 days of national mourning and convened a meeting of top security officials. He later addressed the nation on television, vowing to respond with extreme force to this painful, treacherous and cowardly attack. "This incident won't do anything except increase our determination and strength to combat terrorism," Sisi said. Activists on Facebook issued pleas for blood donors to make their way to the Bir Abed hospital, where many of the wounded were taken. Hussam Rifai, a member of parliament from Arish, told the local Masra'i news outlet that most of the casualties were from the Sawarka tribe, Sufis who are seen as broadly supportive of the government and who have refused to cooperate with Islamic State. Residents said masked militants showed up at the mosque earlier this year and warned worshippers to stop helping the police.